What's up, guys? It is the Perks of Cognac, and in this video I'm going to go through my top cognacs of 2025. I'm super excited to do this video. I've been wanting to do like more top 5 cognacs, top, least favorite videos like that, because I know you guys enjoy them. So man, it's been a great year. I went to Cognac France. I tried a ton of stuff there, so this is gonna be a really interesting video. I know some of these cognacs may be difficult to find, but I will at least want to put them on your radar so you know my favorite cognacs of the year. And emphasizing that, guys, this is my opinion. This isn't, me bashing on cognacs or saying this is like way better than something else. It all comes down to your personal experience and your preference. Some of these cognacs you may not like, but this is my personal favorite cognacs that I tried this year. And we're going to go through each category. We're going to do VS, VSOP, XO, XXO, and or stage cognacs, and we're also going to add Armagnacs in there as well. But first I want to start with an honorable mention, because this isn't an Armagnac or a bourbon. It's a mix of both. Hogsworth. I'm not going to put this as like a best value, but this is, I just want to point this bourbon Armagnac. Bourbon and Armagnac mix because it is darn good. It is so complex. It is also something that it really tastes like nothing I've ever tried before. Doesn't quite taste like Armagnac, doesn't quite taste like a bourbon, and that's why I think it's so unique. I am looking to purchase their 10 and their 15 year older blends. But yeah, I have to give this a honorable mention because this is super good. I have a review on this bottle. You'll see that linked. And yeah, I have to shout out Hogsworth. This is really cool. I hope to see more from them, and I can't wait to try some of their other variants. This is really good stuff. Starting with the VS category, and for those who don't know, VS stands for very special in the cognac world, and these are cognacs aged between 2 to 4 years old in French oak. You'll see some of the most popular ones might be like Hennessy VS, Marie Martin VS, but my personal favorite of the year, hands down, is ABK6 VS Batch Strength. Now, it is really difficult to find cognacs above 40% in the United States. Most of them come from smaller makers, so that's why they're kind of hard to find, because they don't really ship, to every country. The US is so dominated by the big brands that usually small brands have a hard time coming in. But ABK6, which you can find at Total Wines across the US, their batch strength VS is one of the best things I've ever had. Seriously, I think I have a video of this. I should. I have videos of this. This is like, it's like apples, pears that are cooked, and it has like this pastry note that I have never tasted in any other VS. I think it's because it's that slightly higher ABV. Oh man, it is so good, and this easily is the best VS I've tried this year. I hope to find more VS cognacs that I really enjoy. Like I said, you can find this at Total Wine across the United States. I think it runs for about $35, somewhere around there, 35, at least in my state, but like 35, 40. Yeah, no, this stuff is this good. I don't think it's close to some of the other VS's out there, especially due to the price point. The Prince Cognac VSOP is so, oh my goodness. Usually VSOPs kind of fall into the meh for me a lot of the time. Sometimes when I drink a VSOP, I'm just craving more of those XO notes, those woodier notes, or from an older cognac. But this one blew me away so much I don't even have a bottle anymore. I drank it all. It was so good. But I have a video on it. I can show you how it looks on the screen. Man, I also got to try some more Prince Cognac at the Cognac Festival. I went in Bordeaux, France, and man, their stuff is all fantastic. It's Grand Champagne Cognac. The VSOP particularly has this like nice buttery plum note that is just so darn good, and I haven't tasted in other XOs. It is absolutely phenomenal. I believe it runs about $45. If I can find another bottle of this, I'm going to buy everything they have in store. And sorry, I forgot to say what VSOP. VSOP stands for Very Superior Old Pale. It's a super old term back in the day, but these cognacs are aged typically between 5 to 8 years old, 9 years old. If you don't know, XO stands for extra old in the cognac world. And these are cognacs that are aged, now here's the detail, they're aged for a minimum of 10 years old. So you can have XOs that are 30 plus years old. You just have to kind of look into it. Like, I don't have it here, but the Bouton XO that was gifted to me in cognac is 35 years old. But my favorite XO that I tried, I don't have a bottle of, but I tried it while I was in cognac, is absolutely this Frappin XO Font Pinot. Oh my goodness. The structure of this cognac was so balanced and heavy. The viscosity, the wood notes on this cognac really came through in such a nice, smooth way. It had just nice cooked apricot notes, even like a hint of slightly smoky, but really what stood out to me was the structure of that cognac is off the charts. If you can find this bottle, it's a must buy. I can't wait to get my hands on one. Cognac right now, unfortunately, just due to cognac not being as popular as something like bourbon or scotch, it can be hard to find some of these smaller brands that, even if I know Frappin's in the US, but man, I have a hard time finding their stuff in my state of Michigan. Maybe if you're in Texas or New York, Chicago, those areas, California, probably you get a little bit more, I can't think. A little more shelf space, so more cognacs can come through, but man, that XO is hands down my favorite of the year. I'm glad I tried it at the bar. Guy Helm, the owner of the bar, recommended it to me, and he exactly knew what he was talking about. That one was fan-freaking-tastic. Now, cognac lovers, before I go on to the other categories of older cognacs such as XXO and Orstage, I want to give my pick for the best value in cognac I've had this year. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to be the best cognac, but it means that I believe for the price point, this is one of the best kind of values that I've seen across cognac, and something that's, should be available to most of you. My favorite best value in cognac is easily this Brastad XO cognac. Where I am in Michigan, this runs about $80, which is, most of the time, that is like half the cost of any big name XOs. I'm a big fan of Brastad and what they're doing, but yeah, their XO has these nice chocolatey notes. As you see, I've thoroughly enjoyed it because it is that good for the money, guys. You can find Brastad at Total Wines across the US. But seriously, if you see this bottle it should be around 90 where you're at. Yeah, I know price is very steep to say. This is absolutely my favorite value of the year because you're getting a nice older cognac, I believe 15 to 20 years old. That's delicious, and it's not gonna break the bank. It's still a bottle you can celebrate on, but compared to other XOs, I mean, this is a steal. Definitely value of the year. All right, cognac lovers, now we're on XXO, and XXO means extra old, and this is cognacs that are aged for a minimum of 14 years old. I will say the XXO category isn't, I know it's one of the newer categories in cognac. I think it is the newest, I believe designated not that long ago. And I will say, you're not going to find a ton of cognacs with the XXO designation. So I'm just going with the cognacs that have the, a minimum of 14 and kind of in the 14 to 20 range. Because outside of that, then you're getting to some other categories. But I'm just going with kind of around there. And I will say, this cognac I'm going to place in this, it is a single barrel. This absolutely has to be on my XXO list. The Godet single cask, 17 year, blew me away, guys. This was like drinking coconut icing with chocolate. I mean, this is one of those cognacs that it doesn't really taste like any cognac I've had, but like that it shows the power of what single barrels and charred cans can do to a cognac. So this cognac has charred heads, so they recharred the heads of the barrels. Man, if I can find other cognacs that do that, oh my goodness, I'm buying it instantly. All right, now we're going on to the oldest designation, Orstage. Orstage, typically a cognac's aged from 40 years and up. They're probably my favorite category overall. I'm a sucker for older cognacs. I've tried a lot of older cognacs this year. I typically wouldn't do this because I've tried so many Orstages that I believe that I'm putting 2 on here because it's that close. This is the Prunier Horizon. Man, this is fantastic from my favorite cognac house, just so I'm not wrong. Yeah, just so I'm not wrong, I had to look it up again, but this is a blend of 36 to 50-year-old cognac, and my goodness. I know it's not like all 58, but that's why I kind of wanted to add it in here, because even though, you know, it's a blend, it is just darn good. Man, the orange note on this is so pronounced. It's like orange, deep oak, old oak, baking spices. It is a beautiful blended cognac, and I believe it ran me about 200, roughly 220. Ah, man, it is worth all of that considering what else is in that 220, 240 range. Man, this is an instant pickup. You can find this cognac at cognacexpert.com. I know with tariffs and everything, you know, you're not going to get it at 220, but man, I think it absolutely goes above the sticker price. And yeah, easily it's delicious. I would grab this again. I cannot go do a list like this without shouting out Oud Armagnac. Guys, man. Dan, the man, Dan, what you have done, seriously, has blown up. I really hope people will keep noticing this, because this is one of the coolest. This is a private bottle of Armagnac, but so this will come from Cardinat. That's the Armagnac producer, but to be able to bring this to the US and ship it to people at good prices is ridiculous. So I just wanted to shout out to Oud Armagnac. This is a 37-year-old. I believe this ran me, I don't want to be wrong because I respect those guys so much. So you can find this at oudarmagnac.com, but it is worth every penny. I would buy this again. This is their first release, Fulfill the Dream. I have another release from them that I got off sealbox.com. But no, yeah, geez, and he has other releases as well. But this stuff is so good. It just, Armagnac's a sleeper. It is like syrupy, cherry. I know this one specifically is like syrupy, plum, cherry, tobacco. I mean, Armagnac is so, it's a shame. I'm gonna be honest, it is a crime that people don't know about Armagnac and how good Armagnac is. You know, like I look at some other spirits and people will pay $200 for some blended scotch, right? You could get a banging Armagnac for $200, and I don't think it's close. I know that's just my opinion, but in my opinion, I do not think it's close at all to what you're getting. And it's also at man, did I mention it's barrel proof too at 60%? This stuff is amazing, and I hope you can try it out. Make sure you check out Oud Armagnac. Thank you all for watching. That is my top of the year list. Man, I cannot believe it's almost 2026, and I have a lot of great videos and plans for the year, guys. I'm going to do more top 5 lists. I want to do a top 5 worst list as well. So you'll see that soon. I may put that out in January, but just kind of highlighting in a comedic way some I feel like cognacs that I just feel like didn't really hit the mark, or brandies as well. Because there aren't too many cognacs that I feel like are bad per se. But there's a lot of, you know, maybe some cheaper brandies that I feel like just aren't good at all. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what you see. And I'll see you guys next year.